Hey, we're back here with the Be Astonished YouTube channel on August 30th, 2024. Hey, one thing I wanted to point out with the Sun Road Marina, I was talking with the dockmaster while we were down there. They have 855 slips. It's quite a lot of slips in that one marina. And it turns out they actually have two marinas, another one on the other side of the two Sheraton hotels. And that one has 380 something slips, he said. So they've got over 1,000 slips here in San Diego as part of their resort community that they offer. You do pay a premium for it, but you're getting a lot of amenities like we were talking about earlier. You get the restaurants and the shops and the pools and the internet and the services and security. They do not allow liveaboards, so you're only allowed to be on the boat, I think at the most 2, maybe 3 nights per week. I'm sure you can contact the marina manager and talk to them about getting a longer stay if you're on vacation or if you've got family staying on the boat. But generally they don't want people living on their boats down there all day every day and kind of supporting that environment. But I just pulled out of the marina. That's the view of North Island over on Coronado, and it's pretty astonishing down here. San Diego obviously is a very popular tourist spot for the weather, for the scenery, and it's like this year-round down here. So there's a huge demand. There is about a 1.5 year wait list at the marina, unless you know somebody, and then they can probably get you in sooner. But he did say there is a list. You've got to have the boat already purchased, registration already established, insurance already set up, and the boat already written off or written up on the insurance policy. So you can't put your name on a list, and when they call you try and buy a boat, you actually have to come to them with a boat, and there is an approval process. You have to upload a couple photos of the boat in its current condition, meaning you can't get it painted or altered after those photos. Whatever it's going to look like on the day you move in is what your application photos look like. And then they want to know the person. They want to know about you, your family, what you're going to do, what kind of residence you're going to be, and do you fit the network? Do you fit the crowd? They don't want 50, 20-year-olds bringing in a 30-foot ski boat that they're going to be abusing and destroying on a regular basis with all their random friends. The vibe I got was that they're looking for the retired older crowd with the family, a little bit more settled down and calm down type of environment. So something to think about. There are other marinas down here. There's Marina Cortez, there's Cabrillo Isle. There are some other marinas that don't offer all of the amenities. They may have a pool, but they won't have any restaurants or any shops or anything fancy like that. But they're a lot cheaper. They're half price. So you could be, a 2-minute walk away from the really nice marina, and then you're in the medium marina paying 25% less to park your boat down there. They do offer liveaboards. I know a few people that live on their boats down there. You have to go through an approval process again, and you've obviously got to have a good relationship with the dockmaster who's walking the docks every single night. They do allow liveaboards, which this marina doesn't. And then as you go a little bit further around San Diego, around the corner, you run into Kona Kai Marina over on Shelter Island, and they are one of the nicer marinas in this part of the bay. That's where the mega yachts pull in. Those are the 100-foot slips. That's where the ballers are. There is a resort already there, hotels. There's a music venue down on Shelter Island that's pretty nice as well. And then the other nice marina is the Marriott Marina down in San Diego. Downtown San Diego by the Marriott Marquis Hotel, which is really cool. If you're in that marina, you get access to all the amenities at the Marriott Hotel downtown. So you can go use their weight rooms, their swimming pools, all kinds of restaurants, the conference rooms. You're basically staying at the hotel when you keep your boat down there. But you are paying for it. I think it is one of the most expensive marinas in San Diego, but you are downtown. So you're there for Comic-Con, you're there for the concerts over at the Rady Shell. I mean, it's a pretty sweet spot to be if that's what you're looking for. There are some cons with it. If you want to go offshore or you're doing a trip, it takes a couple hours just to get out of the bay at that point on a sailboat. So you've got to think about an 8 or 9 mile hike to get out to the point from that marina. So if your objective is fishing or offshore sailing or a lot of offshore activities and you want to be out in the ocean, that may not be ideal for you just because you've got to commute on your boat for a couple hours to get out there. But if that's not your gig and you want to be downtown and you want to have like a second condo downtown in a nice marina that's associated with a nice hotel and resort, and you really just want to come down there and go out to dinner, have some drinks, and come back to your boat and sleep there, then man, that's what that marina is set up for. And it's nice. There is parking down there. It is private parking for boat owners only, so there's no parking issues like there is everywhere else in San Diego. So that's that. The other marinas would be south of the Coronado Bridge. You got the Coronado Cays, Chula Vista, Coronado itself. Those are all pretty far away from the crowd and off the beaten path. You've got to either go on the bridge or go down to Chula Vista. They're nice marinas, but they're kind of far away. So if you live downtown or south, they might be ideal. But if you live north of downtown, it could be just a 30-40 minute drive with traffic to get there in an afternoon or on a weekend or a scenario like that. So depends on where you live. There is availability in Chula Vista. Coronado Cays, not so much. Coronado Yacht Club, Glorieta Bay, not so much. But again, everything's sold out in San Diego, so you really have to be on a list to get into any of those marinas or know somebody. But I guess the gist of it is there's plenty of spots there. So between Chula Vista and the Coronados south of the Coronado Bridge and the Marriott Marina, the Harbor Island Marina, Shelter Island Marinas, there's plenty of parking for your boat, but just keep in mind you do have to get the boat purchased first. Make sure all the documentation and everything is clear as to who the owner is, your photos look good, and fill out the application and cross your fingers. And it doesn't hurt to come by and drop off a bottle of wine every now and then to the marina master or the dock master or the marina office and just check in, say hello, and let them know you'd really like to be a part of it. That's kind of the type of person they want. So a little grease in the old palms goes a long ways. Anyway, so that's it. That's all for the Be Astonished channel today on the marinas, and we'll talk to you soon when we get back to the airport.